Stamp it.
We gonna get you and your little dog too.
Mm.
And congratulations, young Miami. Run as fast as Cassie did. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only two left are Puffy and Al almost died. Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter.
Jaguar Wright just warned Jay-Z to escape as she exposed how Diddy had snitched on him to the FBI. Wright has ignited a storm with her recent bombshells, potentially unleashing a Pandora's box of troubles for Jay-Z. Her revelations, emerging amidst the ongoing turmoil surrounding Diddy, suggest a tangled web of connections. Wright boldly insinuates that Jay-Z may be entangled in the alleged misdeeds of Diddy, weaving together threads that even the most devout fans hadn't previously noticed. The question looms, what ties Jay-Z to Diddy's current quagmire, and what repercussions might these revelations carry if proven true?
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
Jaguar Wright has stirred up speculation, suggesting Jay-Z might be facing some heat amid the escalating case against Diddy. The CEO of Bad Boy Records has found himself under intense scrutiny lately, with federal authorities raiding his residences in Miami and Los Angeles in search of evidence tying him to various crimes. The motives behind these raids remain shrouded in mystery, but federal agents are meticulously scouring through the rapper's documents, laptops, phones, and electronic records. While Jay-Z isn't directly under investigation, his affiliation with Diddy has raised eyebrows, leading many to speculate about potential trouble ahead. Recently, 50 Cent fueled these speculations by taking to social media to mock both Jay-Z and Diddy in light of the authorities launching investigations into the latter's affairs. 50 Cent posted a striking image of Jay-Z gracing one side of a milk carton, his absence emphasized by the bold words "missing" atop his picture. Adjacent to this, he shared another snapshot of the Roc Nation president, elegantly waving amidst a throng of fans and paparazzi on the red carpet. Accompanying this image was a caption tinged with humor and concern. "Anybody seen Jay? Puff styling, but no answer." The second image bore a caption hinting at Jay-Z's last known whereabouts, capturing him in a moment of farewell as he waved at Puffy's jet. 50's actions weren't unique, as rumors swirled linking Jay-Z to Diddy's troubles, with Jaguar Wright also adding her voice to the mix. Given Jaguar's history of vocal criticism towards Puff Daddy, her involvement wasn't entirely unexpected. She's previously accused him of various misdeeds, including allegations of eliminating individuals associated with Uptown Records, such as his former girlfriend of 9 years, Kim Porter.
Think about Kim. I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant.
Jaguar Wright made some startling claims, alleging that a certain rapper once drove Wendy Williams out of town and even threatened violence against a former employee. She hasn't held back in her criticism of Jay-Z either, accusing him of various misdeeds. A few years ago, she went as far as suggesting that Jay-Z played a significant role in the downfall of Big L, a renowned freestyle rapper known for his exceptional wordplay and distinctive flow. Numerous hip-hop publications have hailed him as one of Harlem, New York's finest MCs, with a legacy intertwined with Jay-Z's. Big L, a formidable rival of Jay-Z, tragically met his end in a drive-by shooting on February 15, 1999. The attacker fired 9 shots, 5 striking his chest and 4 his face. While the police initially suspected several individuals, including Big L's childhood friend Gerard Woodley, lack of evidence led to Woodley's release 3 months later. Nevertheless, Jaguar Wright has stirred controversy by suggesting Jay-Z's involvement, citing their intense rivalry in the rap scene. She claimed that the rising star from Harlem was creating more of a stir in New York and held a brighter future than Jay-Z. Therefore, the encore rapper believed it necessary to offer him up as a sacrifice. Her tirades hinted at Jay-Z's involvement in an Illuminati faction and suggested that Big L's sacrifice was a stepping stone for Jay-Z's subsequent success in the early 2000s. It wouldn't be surprising if Jaguar Wright implicated Jay-Z in Diddy's ongoing troubles.
Up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years.
Although unconfirmed, rumors suggest that Wright suspects Jay-Z should also be scrutinized, accusing him of orchestrating Big L's demise. She firmly believes he plays a role in Diddy's alleged offenses, theorizing that both Jay-Z and Diddy climbed to the top by sacrificing fellow rappers, thus implicating them in the Illuminati. If indeed part of this secretive group, it's not unreasonable to assume Jay-Z's involvement in Diddy's wrongdoing. Jaguar Wright has gained notoriety for her outspoken remarks, leading some to question the validity of her allegations. However, there have been instances where she has been proven right, such as her claim about Diddy's alleged actions toward Wendy Williams. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, and even Wendy Williams herself have lent credibility to Wright's words. This raises the possibility that Wright could indeed be speaking the truth. If so, Jay-Z's reputation might come under scrutiny next. It's intriguing to note that what's currently happening to Diddy was once a major topic of discussion in entertainment circles. Many guests, pundits, celebrities, and industry insiders shared revealing insights and accusations about the hip-hop mogul during that time. Some even cited eyewitnesses as proof of the events. However, as usual, the accusations were swept under the rug as baseless rumors. Many dismissed the accounts as the rantings of bloggers and vloggers seeking to profit from the curious ears of their audience. Yet, with federal investigative authorities now involved, some of these allegations are beginning to ring true, despite their initial incredibility. Consequently, many now find themselves contemplating the possibility of Jay-Z being implicated in Diddy's alleged crimes. While such a notion may seem far-fetched, the connections drawn by individuals like 50 and Wright seem to hold some merit. Thus, it wouldn't be surprising if authorities opt to investigate Jay-Z further, potentially leading to a search of his residence.
BD trial has the potential to force Sean Combs to finally be honest about some things that he hasn't been honest about, which could create great leverage for knocking that big lip camel face fuck back into the oblivion in the depths of hell where he fucking came from.
In regards to the raid on Diddy's residence, the attorney representing the CEO of Bad Boys Entertainment has strongly condemned the aggressive tactics employed during the operation. In an interview with CNN, the lawyer expressed dismay at the excessive force and hostility exhibited by the troops who conducted the raid. He emphasized that the use of military-style tactics, including a heavy-handed approach, was unjustifiable. The search warrants executed at Diddy's properties witnessed an alarming escalation of force, which is unacceptable. Furthermore, the attorney highlighted concerns about the treatment of Diddy's children and employees during the raid. It's unacceptable that they were subjected to such aggression. The federal authorities conducted simultaneous searches at both of Diddy's homes as part of an investigation into his activities. This investigation is being spearheaded by a security team from the Department of Homeland Security, specifically focusing on crimes related to human trafficking. The attorney made it clear that the manner in which the raid was conducted, with its excessive use of force and hostility, was unwarranted. The probe, led by the U.S. Attorney for the South District of New York under the auspices of the Department of Homeland Security Investigations Transnational Organized Crime Division, must adhere to legal standards and respect the rights of all individuals involved.
It was at two properties associated with him. We saw the feds descend on those properties. We saw on aerial footage federal agents both here in the Los Angeles area as well as in Miami at those residences.
The federal agency tasked with investigating terrorism, narcotic smuggling, and illegal human trafficking to and from the country is Homeland Security Investigations. The exact cause of the investigations remains undisclosed, but unconfirmed reports suggest a connection to multiple allegations against Diddy made by several women. During the raid, drone footage captured authorities sifting through documents on card tables outside Diddy's Miami residence and mobile command post vehicles stationed nearby. Diddy's attorney stated that the music mogul and his family members were not detained during the operation. Contrary to media speculation, neither Diddy nor any of his family members have faced arrest or travel restrictions, as stated by Aaron Dyer. The unexpected ambush, coupled with a highly coordinated media presence, led to a premature rush to judgment against Diddy, constituting nothing short of a witch hunt fueled by baseless accusations from civil lawsuits. Dyer affirmed his client's innocence and commitment to seeing the case through to its rightful conclusion. No criminal or civil liability has been established with these allegations. Diddy maintains his innocence and vows to vigorously defend his reputation. Before the ambush, Diddy and his twin daughters, Delilah and Jessie Combs, were gearing up for a spring break trip when their home was suddenly surrounded by state officials and vehicles. It remains uncertain if Diddy received a tip-off prompting his travel preparations, or if it was merely coincidental. Similarly, it's unclear if the investigative body was aware of the music mogul's impending vacation, leading to their actions. Answers to these questions may elude us, but we can speculate based on recent events involving Diddy and law enforcement. Notably, a music producer who collaborated with the Bad Boy Records founder alleged in a lawsuit that Diddy has connections within law enforcement in Miami and LA. Rodney Jones Jr., the producer, asserted that Diddy's connections with law enforcement stemmed from his head of security, Fahim Muhammad, who previously served in the same capacity for Michael Jackson. Jones, who initiated a $30 million lawsuit against Diddy, disclosed an alarming incident involving Diddy and his son. Allegedly, they were involved in a shooting, which law enforcement purportedly overlooked.
Security reasons, my family, friends, and everyone close to me just feels like there's a lot of potential threats, and everybody's just telling me what he's allegedly capable of, and it's very scary for myself, and it has me worried about my kids, and just sleeping with anxiety and different things like that. So just moving forward.
Recounting the event, Jones claimed that Diddy and his son, Justin Combs, engaged in a heated altercation with an individual named G at the Chalice recording studio. Although the exact cause of the argument was not specified, Jones asserted that it escalated within the studio's bathrooms, culminating in gunshots. Upon rushing to the scene, Jones witnessed G clutching his stomach, bleeding profusely from his hips. Jones recounted how he assisted the injured man by guiding him to the toilet seat while they awaited the arrival of the ambulance. Diddy then approached Jones, instructing him and the entire studio crew to fabricate a story for the authorities, claiming it was a drive-by incident that occurred outside the studio premises. Despite LAPD's official reports indicating that the shooting took place outside during a commotion, Jones asserted that he witnessed police spending a significant amount of time inside the studio after the incident. According to Jones, this was due to Diddy's security chief's cozy relationship with law enforcement. Jones further stated that he had eyewitnesses prepared to support his version of events if subpoenaed by the court. He alleged that Diddy had threatened him multiple times, including threats to harm him physically and to eliminate him. Jones claimed that Diddy even went as far as stating he wouldn't hesitate to harm his own mother, let alone eliminate Jones. Jones claims that the New York native coerced him into witnessing a display of firearms, all the while boasting about evading consequences for various shootings, including the 1999 incident at a New York City nightclub. Despite a jury's acquittal of Diddy on gun possession and bribery charges related to this incident, Rodney's lawsuit hints at a more intriguing aspect. Many speculate that this could have triggered the subsequent raid on Diddy's residence. Rodney alleges that Diddy possesses hours of incriminating footage and audio recordings depicting illegal activities carried out by himself and his associates. These purported illegal acts, spanning from September 2022 to November 2023, are described as grave and severe. Interestingly, Rodney included supposed photographic evidence in his lawsuit, further intensifying the allegations. These images depict unidentified women dancing with an individual believed to be Diddy, adding another layer to the unfolding legal saga. The legal claim suggested that these women were provided with drinks containing illegal substances and coerced into engaging in reprehensible acts with the influential music figure. Additionally, Jones asserted that Diddy compelled him into having intimate relations with two workers without his awareness or consent regarding the circumstances. Jones detailed waking up disoriented and perplexed beside two unfamiliar women, leading him to suspect Diddy's involvement in orchestrating the situation and causing the women to engage in intimate acts without his knowledge. Diddy, as expected, refuted all accusations put forth by Jones in the lawsuit, as conveyed in a statement issued through his attorney.
This is the first person to come forward who is a male, who is alleging some form of sexual misconduct against Sean Combs. Sean Combs is represented in this case by Sean Hawley, and she has said that they have strong evidence that will show that he didn't do this.
The Grammy Award-winning artist expressed that Lil Rod's actions are dishonest, as he shamelessly pursued a $30 billion lawsuit seeking an unwarranted payout. Jones's lawsuit marked another addition to the legal battles facing Diddy. Since last year, a series of lawsuits have been filed against the rapper. The first came from his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who accused Diddy of coercive behavior during their 9-year relationship.
Cassie filed a $30 million lawsuit against Diddy. Y'all, I read the documents, and this man is going to hell. Like, he is going to hell, and he is going to jail. She is accusing him of years of physical abuse. And our word, she stated that he forced her to sleep with male prostitutes, while he recorded and forced himself onto her throughout their relationship.
Ventura alleged that Diddy pressured her into intimate encounters with other men while he observed, seemingly enjoying the spectacle. Additionally, she claimed Diddy exercised excessive control over her life, dictating her clothing, social interactions, hairstyle, and schedule. Ventura recounted instances of physical mistreatment, detailing how Diddy, who reportedly struggles with anger management, would strike her until blood flowed from wounds. Initially, Diddy refuted Ventura's claims, dismissing them as fabrications. In an unexpected twist, the founder of Bad Boys Records reached out to Cassie's legal team, and they swiftly settled out of court. This surprising move by Diddy caught many off guard, especially considering his previous denial of Cassie's allegations. Fans anticipated a courtroom battle to clear his name, but instead, he opted for a quick settlement rumored to be worth millions. This decision led some to question Diddy's innocence, with criticism flooding social media channels. Cassie's courage seemed to embolden others, as 2 additional women stepped forward with their own accusations. It's worth noting that these women leveraged the Survivors Act, enacted by the state of New York, to empower survivors of mistreatment in the 90s to pursue legal action against their perpetrators. Joy Dickerson. Neal stepped forward, accusing Diddy of engaging in non-consensual intercourse with her and surreptitiously recording the encounter. Detailing the incident in her legal action, Dickerson Neal asserted that she initially crossed paths with Diddy when she appeared in one of his music videos, leading to a casual acquaintance. Subsequently, the rapper invited her to dine with him, where he allegedly exploited her vulnerability. According to her allegations, Combs deliberately incapacitated Dickerson Neal, rendering her unable to stand or walk independently.
The name of Joy Dickerson Neal comes forward, and she's alleging that Diddy gave her illegal substances without her consent, also saying that he assaulted and abused her, and that he took pictures and distributed them to people. She's accusing him of revenge porn.
The lawsuit contends that Combs spiked Dickerson Neal's drink while she momentarily left it unattended to visit the restroom. Following dinner at the restaurant where Dickerson Neal was employed, they proceeded to the rapper's music studio where the alleged mistreatment occurred. Dickerson Neal expressed profound hurt and humiliation stemming from the incident, lamenting her inability to escape the situation. Unbeknownst to her, the music mogul clandestinely recorded the entire incident, later showcasing it to an individual who corroborated that they, along with other colleagues, had witnessed the ordeal. Allegedly occurring in 1991, this event left her shattered and emotionally scarred, leading to her abandonment of college due to an inability to focus on her studies. Subsequently, she sought solace in rehabilitation, yet akin to Cassie's situation, Diddy vehemently refuted all accusations, dismissing them as fabrications of Joey's mind and labeling them as mere attempts at extortion. This 11th-hour lawsuit serves as a poignant example of how well-intentioned legislation can be manipulated for personal gain. The 32-year-old narrative of Miss Dickerson is deemed spurious and lacks credibility, further complicated by her inclusion of non-existent companies. This saga ultimately boils down to a blatant pursuit of financial gain, leaving Joey's claims shrouded in doubt. Dickerson's arrival barely marked the beginning of yet another storm, as Jane Doe, opting to remain anonymous, stepped forward with damning accusations against the CEO of Combs Enterprises.
Diddy is on his third strike. Diddy has been sued for rape by a third woman who claimed he also choked her over fears that his then-girlfriend would find out.
She alleged that she encountered Diddy at an industry function, where she was subsequently invited onto his private jet bound for New York, accompanied by his associate, Harve Pierre. Upon arrival, she found herself in Diddy's music studios, where she consumed drinks she suspected were spiked.
That she met Diddy and Aaron Hall at an Uptown Records party held at the company's offices in New York and hosted by MCA Records. The filing says Combs and Hall were very flirtatious and handsy with Jane Doe and her friend, offering them drinks throughout the night. As the party was nearing its end, Diddy and Hall allegedly invited Jane Doe and her friend back to Hall's place to continue the celebration.
The next thing she knew, she had lost control, only to awaken to the realization that she had been taken advantage of by Diddy without her consent. The aftermath left her grappling with depression, shame, and a haunting memory that plagued her for years to come. The suit included a photograph featuring her alongside Diddy and other members of the Bad Boys crew, captured on the day she claimed the incident occurred. Following Jane Doe's lawsuit, another legal action swiftly followed, initiated by a woman who opted to remain anonymous. She accused P. Diddy and Aaron Hall of drugging her and another woman, then engaging in non-consensual intercourse. According to the anonymous plaintiff, who also identified herself as Jane Doe, she encountered Diddy and Aaron Hall at a professional gathering. Initially, the atmosphere was convivial, with Hall and Diddy displaying flirtatious behavior and freely offering drinks. Later, they all proceeded to Hall's apartment, where further drinking ensued as the men entertained them. Subsequently, Hall excused himself and accompanied Jane Doe's friend to a bedroom, while Diddy took Jane Doe to another room. Allegedly, Diddy then proceeded to mistreat Jane Doe against her will. Although she was taken aback by the sudden turn of events, Jane Doe felt paralyzed and unable to resist. Once Diddy finished, he left the room, allowing Jane Doe to compose herself. Scarcely had she finished dressing when Aaron Hall burst into the room, pinning her to the bed and forcing himself upon her. Shock overwhelmed her, rendering her unable to scream or seek aid, and even if she could, who would come to her rescue? They were in Hall's apartment, isolated from any potential help. Once Hall was satisfied, he left the room, leaving Jane Doe to grapple with the aftermath of the violation.
The lawsuit claims while at Hall's apartment, Jane Doe was offered more drinks and was coerced into sleeping with Combs. After Combs finished his business, Hall barged into the room, pinned her down, and forced Jane Doe to sleep with him as well. The woman then claims that she quickly dressed and rushed out of the home. Jane Doe alleges that she later contacted her friend, who told her that she had been forced to sleep with Combs and Hall in another room.
Gathering her shattered composure, she mustered the strength to locate her roommate, only to find her in a similar state of victimization. Together, they fled the apartment, seeking refuge in their own residence. But their escape was not to be so simple. 3 agonizing days later, the music mogul, Diddy, confronted Jane Doe at her home, demanding her silence about the ordeal. Threats filled the air as he warned her of dire consequences if she dared to speak out. With a cruel grip, he silenced her protests, leaving her unconscious and powerless. She fervently appealed to the court for justice, urging them to hold P. Diddy accountable for his crimes. However, as anticipated, the music mogul and entrepreneur vehemently denied all accusations, asserting that the allegations were merely schemes concocted by 3 women aiming for a quick payday at his expense. "Enough is enough," he declared, expressing his frustration at the recent onslaught on his character and reputation. He adamantly proclaimed his innocence, vowing to take every measure necessary to clear his name and salvage his tarnished reputation. "Let me make it unequivocally clear. I am not guilty of any of the heinous acts alleged against me. I will fight vigorously for my honor, my family, and the truth," he declared. Despite his steadfast denial, the legal battles exacted a toll on Diddy, prompting him to step down as the chairman of Revolt. This decision was made to enable the media company to refocus on its core mission of delivering high-quality content to its audience amidst the distracting legal proceedings. The company made an announcement via its Instagram account, stating that although Diddy hadn't previously been involved in the day-to-day operations, his decision to step in aims to maintain Revolt's commitment to its mission of producing culturally significant content and amplifying the voices of the Black community. However, many fans interpreted this move as a short-term strategy to shield the company from the allegations surrounding Diddy. They perceived it as a tactic to divert attention and maintain the success of his media empire amidst serious accusations. Despite attempts to present transparency and integrity, these efforts seem to have backfired, especially with new lawsuits emerging. Shortly after Rodney filed his lawsuit, federal authorities swiftly conducted raids on Diddy's residences in Miami and Los Angeles. Nevertheless, it remains uncertain whether these actions are directly connected to the issues raised in Rodney's lawsuit. One might speculate that investigative bodies meticulously assembled the evidence presented by the plaintiffs to assess the necessity of intervention. The authorities have chosen to remain tight-lipped about the situation, making it challenging to pinpoint the exact catalyst for the raids. However, some fans have already begun formulating their own theories regarding the potential repercussions for the CEO of Combs Enterprises. Additionally, certain individuals have linked various prominent celebrities to the unfolding events, suggesting potential ramifications if Diddy faces consequences. Among these speculations, Jaguar Wright's name emerges, with some eagerly anticipating the possibility of Jay-Z facing repercussions alongside P. Diddy due to past grievances. So that's all from today's video. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned and we will catch you in the next video. Thanks!